If I were to describe a school of art and design, I would say it's a school that encompasses all creative expressions and really helps you push forward to make them as professional and as amazing as they can be.
Flagstaff has a really specific and unique landscape. It's kind of a little bubble, and inside of that there's this beautiful mountains and trees, and outside of it you can see these really epic, amazing rock formations, and these types of things are really important for artists to get to see and experience.
We are focused on career readiness in the School of Art and Design. Our majors are designed so that students might be doing something very cutting edge one day and something very traditional the next day. So that type of adaptability, that type of flexibility creates a well-roundedness, and employers are looking for strong technical skills, but also soft skills like communication, problem solving, and critical thinking.
Our professors talk about our future a lot, and that we're not just students. They always tell ourselves to call ourselves junior designers and to take ourselves seriously. Our interior design program is CETA certified. That certification makes sure that we are prepared for the future of interior design, that we are learning things like sustainability to keep our practice going.
NAU, they will treat you very professionally throughout all of your projects. They will very much make sure that you know everything you need to know and get you through any exhibitions and any kind of training grounds that are available to you, so you are best prepared for the professional world.
From foundations through your capstone project, we're developing both your material understanding, your technical skills, as well as your conceptual development. And so within our curriculum, it sort of builds towards your capstone, in which you make your own project completely. The culmination of all of this coursework ends in a really clear professional exhibition in which you're communicating your idea well, which is really what an artist is going to be doing outside in the real world.
It is very supportive here. Every professor I've had has always been very encouraging and very understanding of the art process.
Yes, you'll learn how to draw and paint, mix color, see color, but you'll also learn about yourself. You'll learn about what you have to say as an artist. Everybody has great ideas in their head, but not everybody can express them visually. Some people can speak them, some people can sing them. But in the School of Art and Design, we learn how to make those ideas visible.